everyone, Journeyman here, and welcome back to my Coventry City FIFA 18 career mode. Today is the last episode of the season, and we got 3 games left to go, and we are absolutely in pole position to win this league. So we've only 3 games left. We are 8 points clear. If we win today against Colchester, we will be crowned champions of League 1. So obviously there has been a lot of games since last time you joined us. Unfortunately, there was some technical difficulties, so I wasn't able to bring you the Checkatrade Trophy final. But let's go take a look at some of the results since the last episode. We beat Wigan 2-0 pretty comfortably. Then we beat drew against Burton 1-1, and then we beat Yeovil in the Checkatrade Trophy 2-1. So that was a great game, honestly. Winning 2-0, 2 goals from Reece Brown, and they got a late goal to make things interesting. But overall, obviously very happy to add a second trophy to our cabinet. Then we played Oxford, drew 0-0, dull affair. MK Dance, another dull affair, 1-1. And then I thought, the wheels might be starting to come off a little bit, but then we Blackpool 2-0 very comfortably, and setting things up for today's game. And as I mentioned before, we're in pole position to win this league. Honestly, we just have to win one more game, and we are champions, and obviously also promoted to the championship next year. So with the next year in mind, what I'm going to do is, because right now I have my difficulty set into world class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump it up one, I think, next year, just to make things a little bit more challenging, because back-to-back promotions, and obviously romp in the league like we are today. I thought, that's not really much of a challenge. So what I'm going to do next year is I'm going to put the difficulty up, setting up one spot. So alright, so going into today's game, key game obviously, so we're going to play our best team available. Jody Jones, as you can see, is back from injury. Tom Krause go to the left, Hamad Stevenson through the middle, Reece Brown, Nubly in the line, and the back line, no surprises there at all. However, obviously the last time he joined us too, I did promote some youth players. Obviously this time of year, youth players tend to leave the club if they're not signed up yet. So I signed some of the players that I thought could potentially be decent. Obviously we know about Reece Hall, superb young goalkeeper, 67 overall. Bogdan Bonds leaving into the season, he'll take the backup role. I also signed, Emilio Vilna, who is a right midfielder. Played 1 game for me so far, it wasn't that good. We'll have to see what happens with him. And yeah, that's it for now. I couldn't sign the other ones, unfortunately. We lost a lot of quality, good young talent. Nothing too heartbreaking though, but we definitely missed out on a couple of players. Alright, so with this being mine, this is how we're going to line up. Yeah, we'll do this. Alright, so on the bench there, you got Labart, Nacini, Turnbull, Kelly, Archimedes, Andrea, and Thomas, who's actually worked his way back into the team, scoring a few goals here and there. Alright, so here we go. The day we've been waiting for all season long, promotion day. Let's get a win today, and let's wrap up the league. Here's Jody Jones now. Get him forward here. He's got Nubly if he can find him. He does. There's the Frank Nubly chance to make it 1-0. And there it is. Frank Nubly scoring the opening goal here at Colchester. Gets in there, Frank. He's had a wonderful season for me, and it's been an absolute steal at £600,000. Excellent finishing today there from Frank Nubly. Wonderful finish into the keeper's bottom right-hand side. That's 19 goals in the league this season. He's had a tremendous campaign. Here's Reece Brown now looking for his pace to get away from his man. He's got skill to turn him. He does. Reece Brown left-footed. Oh, bounced off the keeper. And it's cleared to touch for a corner kick. Good effort there from Reece Brown. Definitely been much better in the second half of the season. Very slow at the start of the season. There's Jody Jones going to whip it in. He's got a couple of men in the box. The ball, however, is going to be cleared. No, it's full to Nobly again. There's Hamad, who's easily dispossessed at the edge of the area. There's a chance now for Colchester to get back into things. Shoots. Oh, good save there from Masonil. He's had a really good season too. I've spent a lot of money for him last summer, and I definitely think he's going to be paid at least all of that transfer fee, to be honest with you. He's been a wonderful, wonderful signing. Made some crucial saves at the right time. That ball is whipped in. Oh, that's a great header, and it's come off the post again. Oh, that was a little bit lucky, wasn't it? There's Nubly looking for Lionel Brown. He's found Brown. Brown has the pace to get away from the defender here. Brown shoots across the keeper, and what a goal that is from Reece Brown. Top corner of the net. Picked that one out. Reece Brown scores. Get in there. Tell you what, Nubly and Brown have definitely formed a really solid partnership up top. Took a while to get going, but that was an emphatic finish there. Just got inside the box, smashed it past the goalkeeper. Keeper no chance. And it is 2-0 to the mighty Sky Blue Army. And that's his 11th goal of the season, so he's had a decent return as far as goals count as well. Here's Reece Brown now running the heart of the defence. He's got space to shoot here. Reece Brown, that's a good block. Jody Jones is there, he heads it back, but goes to, looking for Hamed, but he can't find him. The ball should be easily cleared. So we've got a couple minutes now till half-time. Things going very well for me. Obviously got a little bit lucky there with the attempt to hit the post twice from Colchester. But apart from that, we're doing okay. That's a terrible challenge. And that's a chance now for Colchester. Oh, and he should have scored. Alright, so halftime whistle has gone, and it's 2-0. Obviously, Colchester had a couple of chances in this game. Kind of surprising, really. They aren't really that good of a team, honestly. But lucky for us, Reece Brown and Newley took their chances today. And let's see if we can get an early goal here just to put the game to rest. There's Jones. Whoops, in the far post. There's Krause with the header. Oh, not really a target man back there, but decent opportunity. Good run from Krause. Here's Newley. Finds Brown. Brown again looking to beat his man. He's got the pace against him. But he's found tight angle. Oh, solid save from the keeper there. Probably shouldn't have shot. Took one too many touches. Maybe they took it a little bit earlier. But ball flicks out and it goes behind for a corner kick. See if we make the most of it. Joe Jones is going to whip this ball in. Been a while since he scored from the corner. That's a volley from Krause. But it's cleared to touch for the throw-in. Ball's worked in the box. There's Newley on the turn. And there it is. 3-0. And promotion is sealed, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing in the championships next year. Fantastic finish there from Frank Newley. Turn at the edge of the area, never in doubt. Fantastic finish to the keeper's left-hand side. Haynes to Stevenson there. One little touch and a great finish there from the striker. Alright, time to start popping the champagne. Let's make some changes to the team. Let's bring off... who should we bring on, actually? Just talk about that first. Let's do Alchemidas. Let's bring him on for Krause. Let's also bring on Tony Andrea for Reece Brown. And one final change. Let's bring on Liam Kelly, who might well be seen as the last game for the club. 65 overall is not the kind of player I like to have in the championship. He may retain a kind of a bench role, rotation role, but you won't be seeing much of him next season if I have the finances to replace him. Oh, here's now a chance for Jody Jones to maybe make it 4. Jody Jones through on goal. Oh, good save there from the keeper there. One of his weaker right foot. Maybe we should have cut it back for his stronger left one. Let's see if we can get a goal from this corner. Let's put the icing on the cake. Never mind, it's going to be a substitution first. Let's try and a Nobly at the back post. He's on a hat-trick, remember. There's Nobly with a header. Oh, cleared off the line. Alright, here's a chance now for Nobly to wrap it up things up here. 1-on-1 with the defender. Let's see if he can get away from him. He can. Nobly on the hat-trick. Oh, he smashes it over the bar. Glorious opportunity for Frank to get his hat-trick today. Oh, that would have been perfect. Scoring championship, winning the league, and Frank getting a hat-trick today. That would have been the icing on the cake. But it wasn't meant to be. So with only just a few minutes now left in our time in League One. 3 minutes of added on time here just to hold on for to secure the Sky Bet 1 League Championship. Balls whipped in the box now, clear from Willis. A little bit of goalmouth scramble at the end here. There's Stevenson, you should see out. There it is. And we are champions of Sky Bet League 1. Get in there, start the celebration, everyone in Coventry. We're going back to the championship where we belong. As you can see, the guys are beyond ecstatic, as am I, of course. It's been honestly, it's been a kind of a very smooth season. A few injuries here and there that kind of like bogged us down a little bit, but apart from that, going up as champions is definitely something I've enjoyed immensely. And we're going back to the championship now, so serious stuff next season. I'm going to move up to legendary difficulty just to make the save a little more challenging. Back-to-back promotions, we fully deserve it. Alright, so that wraps up that game. Take a look at the match ratings. Despite nobody getting 2 goals, Jody Jones actually got man of the match. He got 1 assist and just was an absolute thorn in their side all day long. For match ratings, McDonald and Willis did really well at the back again today. Stevenson was immense as always. Alright, so let's advance through there. So, what I'm going to do is I have 2 games left of this season, but I'm not going to do it live on camera, just because it's a little bit pointless now. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go through the team and talk about players that I might want to let go, players that are leaving, etc. Let's go to the squad hub real quick. All right, so goalkeepers-wise, obviously our 4 goalkeepers. Bogdan Labont is joining Bolton next year, so he is gone. So that leaves us with 3 goalkeepers, Masoni, Moraes, and Hall, which I'm quite happy with. Resol's only 16 years old, still developing. He could be a really, really good goalkeeper in the future. At the back there, Jack Grimmer, 69 overall. He made strides this season. He got a little bit better, +1. He's 25 years old now, could play centre-half as well. He definitely will play a part next season. If I could find a faster, younger right back, I'm tempted to bring him in, but for now, Grimmer's doing pretty well. Camacho is a very solid backup there. I'm happy to have him. At the centre-half position, right now I'm losing Jordan Turnbull. That's the only player I'm losing here, and I've got Willis and McDonald and Christoph left over. So what I'm going to do with this, Ristov is a fine backup for number 4 option. That's not a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to look for a centre-half to partner Jordan Willis, because Jordan Willis is still a player that I am growing and developing and really putting a lot of focus on in training to make sure he is Premier League ready when we do get back there. And then obviously McDonald, he's doing okay. They're a really solid season. Came on leaps and bounds. Definitely is +1 for the season. So we definitely provide a decent rotation option, but I'm looking for a better centre half than him. At left back, Das is already gone. He's going to Barnet. And then we have Lanchini and Haynes. Now, Haynes, honestly, I'm thinking about moving on from Haynes. He's not really fast enough for my liking. He's not really good enough going forward. So I'm thinking about moving him on. And then Lanchini is a very good, solid backup option, to be honest with you. But I'm actually thinking about moving on for Haynes. So I've actually targeted, funny enough, Matthew Target. If I can try and bring him in on a cheap deal, I might do that. Midfield, Salah, his contract expires in 3 months. He'll be let go. 65 overall, 32 years old, starting on decline, so he'll definitely be let go. Hamad, now this is an interesting one because I think I might try and retain this guy because he's had a really good second half to the campaign, so I might try and bring him back, and especially if I can get him on kind of a cheapish deal, that might be ideal for both parties. Dominguez came on absolute no end. Leaps and bounds. He actually had +5 attributes on the year, overall rating, I should say, +5 overall rating on the year. He's definitely grown into a very nice, solid rotation player. Still doesn't have that kind of like pace and flow I look for in a wide player, but still could do a decent job when called upon. Jody Jones, great to have him back. He's an important part of my story here, so he'll be remaining in the team. Vilna came into the side, played 1 game, and obviously was pretty average to poor at best. He's 58 overall. He showed potential in the youth team. I'm going to play him the last 2 games, see what I can get out of him, and then we'll take it from there. But honestly, I might put him out for loan, if not try and sell him in the off-season. Liam Kelly, contract expires in 3 months. If I can get him for a dirt cheap deal, I'll keep him. But if not, I may try and move this legend on. He's scored some absolute crackers for me in the last couple of seasons, but 65 overall player in the late 20s is not really the player I'm looking to have in the championship, especially when moving up a difficulty level like I am. Then we got Ben Stevenson. Again, this guy's an important player alongside Jody Jones. He'll be in the team no matter what. He's going to be integral for when we return to the Premier League. Daniel Jarvis, he's on loan right now. He'll be leaving the club. But I mean, I wouldn't want to bring this guy in on a more permanent deal if he was available for free or very cheap. Just the guy was actually really good every time he came into the side. Just a very creative player, really good, got stuck in on tackles, what I like to see. Alcimedes is on loan. If I get him cheap, it's a potential to bring him in. I do like him a lot, although he doesn't really have the pace I look for in a wide player. Again, if he's cheap, I'll bring him back in, but otherwise it could be the last time you see him. Carl Finn, contract expires in 3 months. He's got better this year, but he's still not there as far as talent and quality. Obviously got that wonder goal, was probably the strike of the season for us, that little cross and that shot volley. But overall, I don't know. I mean, he's only 20 years old. He is still growing. So it's a potential you could see him back in the side. But for right now, I may try and bring in another left midfielder. Tony Andrea, 3 months left on his contract, 30 years old, on a decline. He's definitely going to be leaving the club. He wants too much money to stay. Reece Brown will be an important player for us next season. Can play right midfield, left midfield. He may start the season out at left midfield, depending on who we can bring in. Good player. Definitely came on leaps and bounds in the second half. I was worried at the first half of the season that I made a very poor signing, but he was an important player for the season for us. Medeiros, he can go as far as I'm concerned. Tom Kraus came on no end as well, +7 on him for the year, so he is showing immense potential. primarily used as a left winger, but he has gone out to play right wing this season. He'll definitely play an important part in it. He's only 18 years old. I keep forgetting he's only 18. He can definitely still grow into a player that's kind of mid-70s perhaps. Bevan, he's already gone. He's decided to join Bradford City. McNulty, contract expires in 3 months. Might retain him if the deal is right for us. Ponticelli, he'll be with us next season. 62 overall, showing a bit of potential, +3, 20 years old. Then we have Kwame Thomas. He's joining Charlton Athletic on it was not a free transfer, but it's £860,000, I believe. So he's gone off to Charlton. Frank, obviously, Frank the Tank, he'll be back next season. I spoke about in previous episodes, he may not be the number one striking option. I'm still looking to bring in a younger, faster striker than Frank to play up top. We'll have to see what happens there. But no matter what, he will be part of the rotation next year. Then we have Luigi Odum. Obviously, he made a hero of himself in the Checkatrade Trophy against Colchester. Got a couple of goals, steered us to the final. I transfer listed him. Just going, he's valued pretty high right now, and honestly, his value is much better than his actual current ability. So I'm looking to try and get some money for him, but if not, he might make a few appearances next season. Highly unlikely, though. I feel like he's kind of going to cap out around the mid-60s mark at the very, very best. All right, so that's pretty much the team in a nutshell. Let's take a look at some of the players' stats for the season, just to try and wrap things up here. Goals. So Frank got himself 27 goals this season in 50 appearances, a 1-2 record, better than 1-2 record. Fantastic return for a player we only paid £650,000 for. I know a lot of Coventry City fans in the chat, unfortunately, weren't looking forward to the signing because he had played for them previously and apparently was garbage, but he came up big for me this season. He also got 15 assists as well. I think he may have led the team in assists, believe it or not. Then Reece Brown came on really strong in the second half of the campaign, 14 goals, 9 assists for him. Decent return. Then Mark McNulty got himself 9 goals, 13 assists, 42 appearances. Jody Jones 7 and 10, but he missed a large portion of the season, unfortunately, due to injury. Kwame Thomas got himself 6 goals and 3 assists and 22 appearances. Tom Krause, I expected honestly a little bit more from him. He got 49 appearances so far this season, 5 goals, 4 assists. Bevan, 4 goals, 2 assists. Those actual 4 goals, 2 in League One and then 2 in the League Cup. Then we have Tony Andrea, 4 goals, 5 assists. Ben Stevenson, 4 and 5. Expect a little bit more from him, but he missed large portions of injury as well. Going down the list here, Dominguez got himself 6 assists. Apart from that, that's pretty much anything interesting. Nevo, our centre-half, scored this year from set piece or anything, so a little bit disappointing there. Let's sort by assists real quick. I just want to show you assists. There you go. Yep, Frank got top assist as well, top goal scorer this season. McNulty got 13 goals as well, 13 assists I should say, and Joe Jones got 10, Reece Brown 9, Dominguez 6, Andrea 5. All right, so that's pretty much wrapped up the squad. As far as contract expiring, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to perhaps try and maintain Hamed, and perhaps maybe I'll try and retain McNulty if the price is right. Right now, it's got £4,200 a week. If I can get him to around about the same or a little bit less, I'll definitely retain him. Because if not, I'm going to be spending a lot of money on a new striker, so you probably might not get that much game time. So that's something to consider. All right, so that's going to wrap up the season pretty much in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed the second season for my Coventry City career mode game. Again, I never gave it an official name, believe it or not. I think I just might rename the series Play Up Sky Blues and then start it for the third season. Who knows? Anyway, yep, so there you go. That's the final look at League One. Obviously, we have 2 games left of the season, which I'm going to play off camera, and then I'm going to sim through the off-season and obviously try and look for talent. If you guys got any suggestions on talent I should try and bring in for the third season and I'll return to the championship, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more videos by myself in the meantime, please hit subscribe, turn notifications on. And there will be perhaps a slight delay between this episode and season 3, just because obviously pre-season takes a little bit longer. So if you so it may be another week or so till you see another episode of this, but regardless, we back up and season 3 will start very soon. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave a like, and if you want to see more videos, please hit subscribe, turn notifications on. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next season. Bye everyone. Goodbye.